platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Test and trade and have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live, June 3rd on a Tuesday. S&P is currently up 34, NASDAQ up 168. Russell's up 33, the strongest of the four. Dow is up 209. Gold down 0.5%, silver pretty flat, notes and bonds and yields pretty flat. Oil up 1.5%, natty gas up 1. Soybeans finished green, wheat and corn red. Euro and the pound both a little bit red. Bitcoin up over 1.5%, currently at about a little over 106,000. VIX down 3.5%, 17.71 currently. As far as my trading goes today, here's my VIX. Let's see, I had no double stops, but all one-sided stops. The last tranche was 10 wide, so I opted not to enter any after that. So up a few hundred on VIX currently. I got stopped out of my 1 DTE. I closed an Elmo early for loss, and then I got stopped out of an Elmo. And then on my day trades, I am currently in Google, which I posted in the day trades channel. Took a loss on Meta. Had a small winner on NVIDIA, and I'm also in PLTR. That's actually 3 different trades in PLTR, which I'll talk about. I've also got some hood calls that was I had it on a swing basis, and those are up nicely. So that is my day. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, it was kind of a roller coaster, really. Did a 1 DTE that was doing really well. Until the push-up started happening. It was up about 20%, and then I ended up closing it out for a $330 loss. So that kind of hurt. It was getting close to hitting my first profit target. Price action today was not conducive to TLC trading whatsoever. And I entered AM number 1 after, let's see, would have been at 9:40 Central. And really, there really wasn't even any consolidation then. I mean, basically, you can see that price action in SPX, just chopped until the jolts came out. And then it went up, and it didn't stop going up until this afternoon. So there really shouldn't have even been an entry for me. But I entered, and then when I kind of was looking and seeing what was developing here, I was like, yeah, I really entered really when there wasn't any consolidation. Really, it was like the first push started after the jolts. And so I just exited that trade. Ended up being a $600 loss, but it saved me from a full stop. But like I said, I should have never entered anyway. So then I waited until 10:30, in which I thought, okay, so it's, maybe it's slowing down a little bit, and maybe it's settling in at highs and going to chop. It was just enough for me to enter. But then again, it almost within 10 minutes went through highs again. And I'm like, okay, that wasn't really a very good enter either. I let it play out, though, a little bit longer. And then on the really big 2-bar push up, I just closed it. I was just like, neither one of these entries are good entries. Really, now that you can kind of look back at the entire day's action, really about, I don't know if you look at about noon, 11:45 Central. Yeah. Like that's about the really and that's I entered right there, and I booked 2040 and then got stopped on my last two contracts. So really today is a one TLC trade, should have been profitable, and that's it. So for TLC for the day, I was only down $2,045. The roller coaster for me though was my other account, where I took a full stop on the down move. That happened. Yeah, that down move I had entered, and I hadn't hit any profit targets on that one. And I was down from my one DTE in that one as well. And I gotten it back to break even. And within 5 or 6 minutes, instead of break even, I'm down $2,500 with a full stop. And I only did I do 4 to 6 contracts in that account. So that big down move became very frustrating. I had entered a couple of Elmos early in the morning and hit profit target on a couple, and didn't really enter any the rest of the day. But I did. If you look up at, it would be about 12:30 ish. Yeah, right in there. I was like, okay, yeah, it looks like it's settling in. So I put an Elmo on there, and so that was quickly a full loss, which I was up $1,555 on Elmos, and because of that loss, now I'm up $75. So the down move really is what really caused me to, I was break even in one account. I had gotten my TLC account back to about, I was down $700 or $800. That's it. And so on that down move, I went from, both my accounts being down $700-800 to being down about $5K in like 7 minutes. So it's frustrating when that happens. So.
Yep. I got suckered into a couple of these little pauses as well on the two Elmos that I did.
Yeah, I was trying to think the last time we had price action like this, because this can be a very dangerous TLC day because of those 10, 15-minute little points of consolidation. It's been a while since I've seen this. And I was just waiting for it to sell off.
Yep.
Because I've seen that happen before too. So I sat out most of the rest of the afternoon. I did enter a Wooga. I skipped the eWooga. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. As price was consolidating here, I did enter an OG Wooga.
Yeah, it's the best consolidation of the day right here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's doing well. It's doing well right now. So gotten a few $100 back.
But you're basically doing a straddle or a low premium 5 wide.
Yeah, mine's a 5 wider. And I'm sure I'll close it out probably within the next 15 minutes. Probably.
Here goes PLTR. New all-time highs in PLTR. And trying to extend them, it looks like.
Did you get in on any MU today?
I did not, but it's the second day in the row that it just pushed higher all day.
Yeah. Slayton has a bunch of MU shares.
I took the only chip stock I traded today was a NVIDIA early one, NVIDIA upside volume runner right here after this big spike. Or no.
Yeah.
That's MU. After this big volume spike, and it pulled back pretty close to the bottom of that bar, so I had a pretty low risk entry, and I caught that move up. But yeah, chips were strong today, but that was the only one I participated in. Oh, PLTR just did not quite hit my profit target there. In PLTR, though, I actually took 3 different trades. I took, and these are a little bit late in the day to actually be taking mighty 90s, but had that big flush here at the bottom with the volume spike, so I got long and caught that 2-bar move, and then it formed another mighty 90 going up into the close, so I took a mighty 90 short and caught that one on the way down, kind of back to back. And then the one I'm currently in, I had this pre-market high marked, and I was watching PLTR because it was just under all-time highs, and as soon as it broke above pre-market highs here, I jumped in because it had volume and just a nice momentum, and so I caught a good portion of this move, and I'm still in a little bit here. And then the other one that I'm in is Google, short with puts. Google was hanging out right here when the markets had that flush and then started to bounce. Google did not bounce at all, so I got puts right above previous day low, and so I'm still in puts here looking for potential lower prices.
Yeah, one thing I've been kicking this around a lot lately is, putting on Elmos when I have TLC trades on. It's like, I don't know if I need to do that. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I've asked you a couple times. That's what I've always kind of wondered.
Yeah.
Trading both of those it would be difficult for me.
Yeah, tornado sirens are going off here.
Yep, I hear them too.
I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today.
Look at this core weave, up 25%.
Wow.
Still moving. That thing is just crazy. Did not catch any of that. Started to kind of roll over midday. Thought maybe it was done, and then it just ripped right back up.
We're in a tornado warning here.
Yeah, I'm getting sideways rain out of my window right now.
It's looks like it isn't. It's close to Kauffman and Arrowhead Stadium. Looks like. Going towards the stadium, so I'm not in its path. Pretty nasty out there.
Ripped into new all-time highs again today. It's right there. I'm not scared of tornadoes, Moel.
I've got a pretty good basement. I tell you what, though, it's not windy here whatsoever.
I don't know if a condo building's the safest place for a tornado, but I'll go in the basement, I guess. Get trapped down there.
You get a good view from up there.
Yeah.
Never had my basement flood yet. No. I did plant a bunch of grass seed yesterday. It's good timing.
Yeah, my swing trade that I have in hood is about a double as well. I'm trying to get rid of some. Yeah, it's almost a double. PLTR to pop back up one more time. Need Goog to flush. Markets just going sideways.
Yeah, my Wooga's dead center.
Other movers today, I mentioned CoreWeave and Hood. FSLR's up 6, MSTR's up 4. Tesla's up 1.5. HIMS is down 2. Got a handful of red stocks. Meta's a little bit red. Amazon a little bit red. CrowdStrike has earnings after the bell. Oh, it's hitting new all-time highs as we speak as well. The options in here aren't the greatest. Yeah. 30 cents wide for a $490 stock. That's not bad. CrowdStrike has a 33-point expected move, so that would put it at about 520 and change. Tesla's rolling over. I'll do a little one lotter of CrowdStrike. Can't adjust too much. Yeah, filled right at 475. Okay. So no risk to the upside. All right, I guess PLTR is not going to give me any more upside here. Goog is not acting like it wants to give me any more downside either. I'll give both a little bit longer. Yeah, it looks like waiting until power hour before you sold premium was the play today. This thing has just gone sideways. Let's see, so I only got it. I skipped the early tranches in BIC because of jolts. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, just 5 tranches today. Elliot, how many BIC tranches did you do? A lot. Too many to count. Bitcoin was on a run earlier, and then it kind of rolled over back to about mid-range. Oh, nice. All right, Goog coming back down a little bit. See if Goog can give us one more flush before we bail. There you go, Goog. Still got that same profit target I posted earlier in Goog at 165. It's about 10 cents away.
Woog is up about 25%. It's holding its premium.
No, I don't think I discussed it, Abash. I didn't discuss it today anyway, but here, let me show you. So yeah, I have the peak of my fly at the expected move. So at about 520 and change. So I chose the 525 strike. So I always do my first long at about the 40 delta, my peak at the expected move, and then the other wing, so that I have no risk in that direction. Got about 21 minutes till the bell. S&P trying to bounce a little bit. By the way, you probably noticed before I had SPY, QQQ, IWM, and IBIT. I changed those to the futures on here just because, as we talked about yesterday, I'll be posting some futures trades for day trades as well. So I figured I'd just flip those over to the futures. Yeah, they're good. Just doing the same thing that I do with the stocks, just finding the level and managing risk around that level. Nope. No, I day trade them the exact same way that I trade the stocks. All right, Goog. Goog looks like it wants to crack. That's kind of an art, I would say, Abash. I've done both. If I have multiple contracts, I would definitely take some off. Like with this one, I'm only doing one contract, so it's kind of all or nothing. So I would just decide, based on watching price action, if I think it's going to. Oh, you've got one on right now in SPX, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you don't have a whole lot more to gain on that. I would have too, for sure. That gamma is steep, so any little move is going to take away profits. So, yeah, I would say that's a good exit. Oh boy. PLTR is coming down on me. All right, closed out of that. Come on, Goog. Get on board with the down train. It's just a few cents away from my profit target. Watson hitting 50% on Wooga. Nice. Was that an early Wooga?
Yeah, it probably had to be late. Huh. I put mine on at 150 and it's not there yet. Yeah, OG's put on between 145, 150-ish. Okay. Yeah, so you probably had to put it on earlier than OG Wooga. Somewhere between the early and OG.
I just closed some Google at 159. Still got a runner left that I will close here shortly. Just want to see if we get one more push down. Qs are starting to roll over a little bit. Tesla heading towards lows of day. Amazon at lows of day.
It's just odd seeing some of these stocks at lows of day when we had such a big push up.
Yeah, the chips and the banks were strong too. They started off weak this morning and then they got super strong. So the big banks and the chips held this thing together because the big Mag 7, besides Nvidia, a lot of those big Mag 7 stocks didn't really do much. Hood's kind of rolling over. Less than 4 minutes till MOC. SPX about to dip under its upper expected move again.
Yeah, any continued downward is just taking profits away from my Wooga. It's going to give it till 10 till today. Short strike is 59.70.
Come on, Goog. Keep her coming. About 2 more minutes before I close you out. It's just kind of a runner, so I could hold through MOC, but I think I'll just close. Netflix breaking into the red. Well, we're getting a little down move into MOC. Maybe it's going to be a sell number. I'm going to hold my little runner in Goog. 1 minute. Turn on my audio.
There goes my Wooga.
Ten seconds. Market on close in balance. S&P 500 sell side 292 million. Nasdaq 100 buy side 0.5 million. Dow 30 sell side 276 million. And Mag 7 sell side 168 million.
Small sell side. All right, I'm going to bail on the rest of these Googles. Filled at 167. Nice one. So final on my day trades, 1,774 for the day. The 5970 butterfly looks like it's trading for around $1.40. Tesla pushed through lows, about to go red. Goog's still moving down. Could have got a few more pennies out of that. S&P, NASDAQ, Russell all bouncing. Microsoft has been chopping all day. It's just under all-time highs, though. It may be ready to pop here shortly.
I hit my Wooga, 50% profit.
Nice.
That helps.
Yeah, Donna, I posted above here in this chat on CrowdStrike, and I also posted in the 0 DTE trade channel. $70 butterflies staying cheap, so about $1.50 or so. Yeah, I like the idea of holding Microsoft overnight. It could certainly gap up. Sometimes they like to just gap up into all-time highs. Lando, did you hold through whenever the market started to flush through that dip, or is that where you got in after the dip? I posted in the day trades channel. I had an order in to after the dip, but it ran away from me too quick. And I didn't chase. Didn't want to chase. Okay, so but you held all the way through that dip back down to it again? Gotcha. I was trying to get in after it flushed down and held. A little over 3 minutes, S&P, NASDAQ bouncing. Too much movement for the butterfly to be close to $2. Although, let's see, what about the 75? Oh, the 75. It's well over $2. I'm not trading it though. Getting a nice little rip coming. Sirens back on, Chad. Two minutes. SPX still near 59.75. That butterfly's trading for over $3 now. No double stops on my BIX. I'll have a green day there. Got about 30 seconds. SPX down in the 71, so if you locked in the 75, not looking too bad, almost down to 70. Probably
Order
close to
cancelled.
locking. There's the bell.
Order cancelled.
5970.42. 5970.42 looks like the final. All right, all. That is a wrap as far as the day trading live stream goes. Tomorrow is June 4th. It'll be me streaming live at the open for day trading. And then we'll be back again for Power Hour. Actually, let's see. Tomorrow. Let me make sure. Yeah, tomorrow. Chad is out and I'm out. So I'm at a meeting and I don't think I'll be back in time for Power Hour. So we may have to skip Power Hour live stream tomorrow. I'll let you know for sure, but it looks like we will be without the Power Hour tomorrow. All right, all. Take care. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.